Thanks for teaching us about subsidies, Luke. Hi, y'all. It's Jay again. I'm going to now go over question 2, which reads, should such subsidies, referring to electric car subsidies, be up to each country or region in the country, like America or California, or should there be a world standard enforced, perhaps by organizations like the World Trade Center or the United Nations? In sum, should environmental electric car subsidies be global or individual? There's a lot of factors to consider when deciding, since not all countries are created equal. The use of cars in countries matter. Like in the case study, Denmark isn't a country that uses cars a lot, preferring bicycles. So subsidies make less sense there compared to in, say, America, where we use a lot of cars. Another factor could be the strength of government and their ability to provide strong subsidies. Yet another one would be the concept of globalization and possible force. However, I'm going to focus on the factor of environmental benefits. Do electric cars do enough for the environment to bother with a globally enforced subsidy standard? Well, electric vehicles have zero direct emissions and are more than twice as clean as combustion engines. They also travel 3 times as far on comparable gallons compared to gasoline cars. Combustion engines create 1.2 to 1.6 times more CO2 emissions than electric cars. So, as we can tell, electric cars are better. Not perfect, but better. Not only do emissions from cars hurt our planet, but they hurt our health as well. Pollutants from gasoline and diesel-powered vehicles cause asthma, bronchitis, and cancer. Now, there is an argument that electric batteries create a lot more emissions when being built. However, this really depends on the manufacturing practices at use. Yes, they usually create more emissions, but they don't have to. Also, unlike combustion engines, they use all their emissions during the building process and then don't create any more. So they pay for themselves. Additionally, if subsidies were globalized, then technology for creating the electric batteries would skyrocket, cutting emissions even more. Therefore, it is really hard to say if electric cars subsidies should be enforced on a regional or global scale. Certainly, it would be better for the planet and for us if it was global, but it would be incredibly difficult to police and enforce. In a perfect world, every region should want to promote cleaner transportation, but I just don't think we're there yet. In the end, though I think that promoting electric cars is a grand idea, I think it should be left up to the regions and countries. Perhaps if electric cars were the cure to climate change, I would feel differently, but they're just a step countries have to decide to promote themselves. With all that, let's go to Sean to talk more about how subsidies impact Tesla directly.